Hey, Shalom, Akim, this is Yabatazah coming back with another video. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Waharakak Wadash, Barakatham, Akim. Alright, I just want to do a real quick hit regarding the gospel that you have been endowed with, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Whether it be a small amount or a large amount, when you come into this thing, at first, you know, we know that you're having to be reborn again. So you ain't gonna be on point. You ain't gonna know as much as a brother that has been in it for X amount of years, and you're gonna have, it's gonna be a learning process. But within that, you know, that's why brothers have certain brothers over them to guide them, give instruction, etc. And if you don't believe that, that's why you have the Holy Scriptures as a comforter. The comforter overrides all those brothers. So the Scriptures give us instructions, and you have to fall in line of those orders. And the reason I'm doing this is because this truth is not meant to be given to every single person. And I'll bring out an example. And there's ways of going about how dealing with this word. You know, you have to be careful with dealing with this word, and how you cast it out and where you're casting it. All right. So real quick, I just want to jump out with Matthew 7 and 6. Well, let me back off that real quick. The scriptures say, "Speak the truth to thy neighbor." Basically, roughly paraphrasing, and put away lying. All right. The one I'm quoting is in the book of Ephesians. You know, we have to speak truth to our neighbor. All right, which is true. But who's our neighbor? All right. It's like they use, people stumble on the scriptures. I believe it's here in the same chapter. All right, when it talks about you know, loving your neighbor. Well, who's our neighbor? And the word neighbor goes back to the word brother. Not every neighbor is a brother, and a brother is supposed to be of love. Now you got neighbors, people that work around you, that live around you, that they don't give a shit about you, man. They're just there to be entertained, man, and you're not supposed to be entertaining these people. All right, that entertainment that they're coming trying to gain off of you is gonna be a condemnation unto themselves, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai knows their heart. But you as a man that coming in the truth, you have to pray for the spirit of discernment, and to analyze these individual people that are coming, acting like they're your friends or wanting to know the truth. You know, like I said, it's a learning process, but you got to be careful with what you do with the word. Matthew 7 and 6, it says, "Give not that which is holy unto dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." And there's a lot of people that don't regard the words and instructions of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They despise this word. Okay. Real quick, let me go to Hebrews 10 and start at verse Hebrews 10 and 28. "He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy, who hath trodden under foot the Son of the Most High, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and had done despite unto the Spirit of grace." See, so how much more to a 2/3 or somebody that's out there that you know, that just a you know, a 2/3, man. They don't give a shit. They're abominable. They're wicked. Yeah, they may be nice. They may play that sheep's and wolves clothing, but you gotta look in the spirit. You gotta read the spirit, man. That's the thing. Okay. It says, "For we know him that hath said, Vengeance belongeth unto him. I will recompense, saith Yahweh. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power." So those dogs, those swine that the Lord has told us not to cast our pearls and jewels to, they're going to be judged by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, but you don't want to catch that wound. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to catch that wound by them turning again and rending you. That word rend means to tear apart. They're going to tear you apart, man. All right. And various examples, there's various ways that they can do this. But the primary concern that I'm trying to point is that don't cast his word to every single person. That's why Yahweh Shai spoke in parables. Okay. A parable is a story, and it's meant for people to use their mind to gain the information. All right, by testing the spirits. That's why it says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear." Meaning that whoever can understand, good, you're gonna understand, and then you're gonna move forward with it. You'll go back to Yahweh Shai. You'll ask them. They'll ask them, "Hey, this is what this meant." You'll be like, "Yeah, nah, but let me expound to you a little bit more," because you're showing due diligence. They're showing you that they're being diligent. You don't just cast these things to them, man. That's not. And if you choose not to, that's not you denying or being ashamed of the gospel. Because once you're on the highways and the byways, you're gonna know what you got to do. Now, if you deny him on the highways and the byways, it's a different thing, because you're out there, you're battling at that moment. All right. Now, when you're governed, when you're called up to give testimony, I'm talking about by the authorities and stuff like that, then yeah, you have to do it, but not to these average people at jobs or, family members, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You got to read the spirit. You got to know when you should and shouldn't do it. Okay, that's part of being wise as a serpent. Okay, and yeah, like I said, at least, or that it said, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine." Now, wisdom is not to be compared to anything on the earth. It's far greater and more desired than rubies and gold. Okay, so you're casting your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to these people, and they ain't moving in the spirit. That's you casting it away, to an unprofitable vessel. That's why when you go onto the highways and the byways, you're speaking in the general public. You're not speaking to one or two people. You're letting the spirit actually work. You're casting that word you're casting that bread onto the waters. All right. But there is instances where somebody comes out, you talk about it at work and stuff like that, but you have to just be wise, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're first coming in. There's many brothers that will tell you this, tell you to the hearers, the audience, that yeah, you got to be speaking the truth at your job is not always a good thing. You got to do it. Yahweh Shem Shai will let you know when you got to do it. You don't want to be going from job to job. And brothers know this, that there's brothers that probably had an issue with that, and they kept falling out of a job, and then all those problems fell upon the brotherhood, because the brother don't know how to have self-control or discipline and apply this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding into their daily life. All right, so this is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, "Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given." You see that? So Yahweh Shai didn't always give it. He didn't give it to everybody, man. Yahweh Shai ignored people. He rebuked people. He didn't give them the answer. He would turn around and rebuke them, because he knew the heart of men. So if we're joint heirs, if we're sons of Yahweh Shai, we should have the ability to do the same thing. Now, if you're fresh in this thing, you're gonna have to inquire that through the process of time, Lord willing, if He grants you the gift. So you have to just be patient, circumspect, ready to listen and hear more than to give, utter, because you don't know what these people are about, man. You don't know what they're doing. They can be blaspheming the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and the whole time they're smiling in your face, this, that, and the third. And the Bible tells you how to discern who a friend is. So there's no getting around, you know, any brothers or these people can't get around us, because we know how a friend or a brother should be amongst one another. And you can find that in the book of Sirach, man. There's some ones that are cold, that just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you just know, you know, after you read and you experience things. But that this is what I wanted to bring out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said again, and the disciples asked him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Because a parable, let me bring it out real quick. Let's see. It says a place of one thing by the side of another, a juxtaposition as a ships in battle metaphor, a comparison of one thing with another, likeness, similitude. All right, which you have to use your mind. You have to understand how the Spirit works. That's why the Lord would always speak of earthly things, but it had a spiritual meaning to it. It wasn't always revealed to everybody. All right, it says a proverb. Let's see. It says a similitude, a parable, that is symbolic, fictitious narrative of common life conveying a moral. A pathogem or adage, comparison, figure, parable, proverb. So Yahweh Shema Shai didn't always reveal what these meanings and these sayings were. All right. Even though we have the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, we do make them known plainly, but you also can't. You got to test the spirits, man. Testing the spirit is not just throwing your you know, your jewels and your unto these people. You know, you got to use spiritual discernment. All right, and know when, you know, just like we have to choose our battles. The same thing. You got to know who. You got to use proper discernment. You know, but I just want to bring that out real quick to the brothers out there, just to avoid, you know, troubles at work, or, you know, troubles with family members. You know, as time as the Lord permits, as time goes, the Lord will show you. You know, you gotta get built up in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, and just make, you know, the proper and wise decisions. Though we all know that Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna put you through certain things to build you up and to test and try you. But, you know, that's why He has brothers set you know, out with other brothers to give that message to, you know, instructions, and to avoid certain things. All right, so I hope it was edifying to you brothers out there. Y'all stay strong, stay vigilant, keep pushing the word to the best of your ability. Go onto the highways and the byways, make your videos. All right, because there's brothers out there that need those